Well, hello Cancer. Welcome back to Peony Lore, where we help you to find the beauty in all things. Okay, so this is going to serve for all Sun, Moon, and Rising sign of Cancer from the 4th through the 10th. And make sure that you stick around towards the end because I'm doing a special pile for Cancer Sun, Cancer Rising, and Cancer Moon to help tie the details together for you in your situation. Okay, so as always, we'll start off with our Sacred Geometry deck. We're going to do every single day of the week with the Psychic Tarot. We will clarify with the White Sage Tarot. We will use a Numerology deck. We will use an Angel deck. And like I said, we will use a couple of different cards towards the end to support the different portions of this sign. Okay, Cancer, here we go. So you know there's a couple of big things that are coming up this particular week. We have the full moon, excuse me, I keep doing that. We have the new moon in Libra on the 6th, okay? We also have on the 6th, Pluto going direct. And then on the 10th, we have Saturn going direct. So we are coming out of these 6 planets that are in retrograde. Chiron is still in retrograde. Neptune is still in retrograde. Jupiter will come out of retrograde the following week. Mercury will come out of retrograde the following week. So we are finding that the energies are tapering off a little bit. But for the majority of people, October is a very momentous month because all of these changes and all of these shifts and all of the things that have been happening from a galactic perspective are starting to finally filter their way through the different things that are going on. So it's a transformative month, okay? Pluto is the transformer. Pluto wants things to clean up. Pluto is asking us to, and that's just one of the big signs because, you know, we got Chiron in there too. Chiron asking us to own our shit and Pluto trying to help us transform our shit and so on and so on and so on. So anyway, as we are working through the energies in October here, I just wanted to make sure you guys knew that we are going to get some relief, okay? But things that are supposed to be out of your energetic alignment, things that are no longer for you, those are all the things that have surfaced, and those are the things that people are working through. So a good Mercury retrograde being here in Libra is that it's making you understand and know for sure that those are the things that have to go, right? So let's go into what it is that we have for our Cancer. Okay, you have 2 cards and we're going to take them. All right, the first card that you have is a frequency card. So this is an important one. Pretty much what I was talking about, nailing this on the head here. The true state of being, getting in alignment with your I am presence. Okay, I am. And you guys know the magic behind the words I am is anything that you say behind it is what you're programming and what you're calling your source being into yourself about. The true state of being, the I am presence with 963 hertz. 963 hertz is going to help you with your physical structure as well and realize what the physical structures need to be strengthened up within you. Now, the other card that you have here is the octahedron, which is talking about unconditional love. Card 19 reducing to a 2, creating the framework, the actual creator energy that is in this one, okay? So octahedron, we will take a look at the crystalline medicine at these towards the end, all right? Let's go ahead and get into the reading for you. So we start off the week with, on Monday with the moon in Virgo, okay? We transition into, obviously, Libra. And then the moon transitions into Scorpio. And then the moon transitions into Sagittarius by the end of the week. So if you have any of those in your charts, then kind of follow along so that you can understand where to use some of that additional energies for yourself, okay? The best days out of the week this week are going to be Monday, Friday, and Sunday, okay? Specifically if you have Sagittarius in your chart. All right, here we go. Whoops, that's my fat fingers. I apologize. I'm going to give that one quick shuffle and then... All right, you guys, this is for Cancer. Sun, Moon, and Rising. Alrighty then. From the 4th through the 10th. They feel sticky. What's going on here? No, we're going to blow on these a little bit. I feel... All right. Lightening up for our Cancer friends. Here we go. All right. All right. We're experiencing a nice little rainstorm here in Minnesota, so I'm sure that some of it has to do with that energy there. This is interesting. This is very, very interesting, but I'm being told to shuffle them back in. If they come out later, then I'll know who to hook you up with as far as the Zodiac's already done. Okay, here we go. Cancer. So yeah, a little bit of extra, thank you. That's what I was looking for. We got a little bit of extra humidity in the air, which is very, very interesting. And you've got Libra in here talking to you. Woohoo! Wow. All right. Interesting. Okay. Interesting. Wow. Interesting downgrade or progression in the downward. Well, okay. Because it doesn't have to be necessarily that. Okay, here's what we have, people. We have the Eight of Wands, the Justice card, Six of Pentacles, Five of Pentacles, Four of Pentacles, Five of Rods, and the World card that is sitting here. So from a numerical sequence for me, a lot of what we're talking about now is guidance. There's a lot of guidance that is happening for you with regards to your stability and with regards to your creator capacity. There's some things that are getting ready to happen on the good front potentially with moving forward in your world. You guys are going to actually go through a lot of upgrades. Cancer, you guys are going to go through a lot of spiritual upgrades here. This is all about creating strong foundations for you. There's been a lot of patience on your end. And forward momentum is definitely happening. I'll put it that way. Okay. All right. So on Monday, what we have, and of course there'll be other details that'll come through to take it out of bring it down a little bit, but let me go ahead and put these details together and review, because I'm getting a lot of different content in here. That's absolutely what the majority of this is about. You've got a lot of downloads, upgrades that are coming through. A lot of communication going on with spirit, a lot of changes that are going to be happening in your foundation, which is why they're talking to you about your true state of being, your manifestation capacity, and what it is that you want to be able to create next. So some of you are in that really strong trajectory of ascension and really making strides from the 3D concept into the 4D, into the 5D. So congratulations to you for that. For others of you that may not be feeling necessarily what's going on with that particular track, what you're going to understand is that your crown chakra is going to be being worked on. And so there's additional works that you can do to support your crown chakra. Also your solar plexus, okay, your state of knowing is going to just like kind of kick into gear. They're connected, they're going to kick into gear. So some of you are further along in your path with your ascension, that's fine. And others of you are just starting to feel those different types of things that are coming forward. But at the end of the day, there's been a lot of patience and there's been a lot of work, I can tell, being done. And therefore this is about creating now new energies, so that new opportunities, new dreams coming through, because what it is that you've already asked for is starting to show itself manifest. Okay, with the World card being in the end position, that's helping to support you. I can tell you've done a lot of work, Cancer. Okay, let's go ahead and get into the numerology here. All right, so I'm feeling two sequences. Well, Am I getting 2 cards, or what are we doing here, universe? All right. First card out is communication. Okay, so we have card 33. Yeah, ascending. Card 33, the Ascended Masters are communicating with you. And for the other ones, yes, 66. You're going through a healing process. A lot of what's been going on with you to get to this next level has been due to you going through this big healing process. Okay, so definitely 2 groups of people that I'm talking to are 2 different parts of the same plan, just on different levels. Okay, let me go in with the angel card. Here we go. Let's get an angel card for our Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Okay, so they're teasing me right now. They're saying we might just give you 3, and they did. Okay. Signs and reminders is what your angels are trying to get you to understand. They want you to take a look at the why am I challenged on saying this word? The numerological sequences that you're starting to see. Perhaps 3-3 is a big one. 5-5 is a big one. 11-11 is a big one. For sure 3-3-3, and there is the energy of 8 that is sitting here. So 8-8-88, clearly 33-66. Okay, so signs and reminders are a big part of what's going on for a majority of you. The other okay, so for those of you that are a little bit further on your trajectory, what they're saying is to continue to make sure that you are expecting the miracles. That is your birthright. Expect the miracles to come through for you and know that they are there. For those of you that are trying to get a little bit further on their path, what they're saying with this healing work is to continue to do the work. You can't get anywhere from where you're at in one spot. You've got to continually migrate forward. Am I migrating forward from your view? So you can't get out of doing the work in order to get to these places, manifestations, these next big things. You've got to continually put the work in. I want to show you this because this is what they're showing me for some of you for the crown chakra connecting into the solar plexus, like what I was talking about. This is what I was feeling. It's like the energy of coming through from your head area, your crown chakra location here, seeping down into more of your gut, your belly. Okay, so it's going to propel you, these energies of these influxes that you're going to feel. It's like you're going to have this awakening of this knowingness of what these next steps are going to do for you. So when you get those series of inspirations, do the work. Okay, do the work. All right, so we're going to put these up here. I don't have my other dowel out, but we'll go back to these. Healing, doing the work. You should be expecting the miracles. You're getting the communication, and make sure that you are not missing these signs and reminders. Okay, thank you for validating. So let's start off with the energy of the 8 of Wands that we have on Monday. Accelerated motion is what it is titled on this particular card. Accelerated motion. Definitely a lot of communication, excuse me. It can be loving messages that come through, a lot of downloads and information coming through to you. It's also possible that there's for you going to be the action of sending, receiving text messages, sending, receiving emails, paperwork going back and forth, a lot of conversation, okay? A lot of communication with yourself and others. Let's see what we have going on here for our Cancer with this 8 of Rods. We have the 8 of Pentacles, work. Is there more, universe, besides the 8 of Pentacles and work? Let's see. Thank you. Need a little shift. Okay, so for some of you, there's a decision that needs to be made with regards to the 2 of Wands. There's an option that's on its way. For others of you, you've already made a decision with regards to work. Now, the reason I'm doing that is because I flipped it, and to be perfectly honest, I'm not really sure which direction it was supposed to be in. So we're going to keep it in the middle. It's one way or another. I can clarify that as we go a little bit further. Both. Okay, thank you. And what's the outcome? Ooh, 7 of Wands in the reverse position. Okay. So some of you are feeling maybe a little defeated, a little bit like you're pulling back a little bit. The scenario I get is that there's this situation going on with a changeover. Is it possible that somebody here has felt like they've been very aggressive lately at work, and there's this new opportunity that's showing up, and instead of being in the more pushy aggressive energy, you're kind of backing down a little bit, just kind of check out the scene and see what's going on with regards to a new role or a new posting or a new something that showed up for some of you. Because excuse me, because the 7 of Wands in the upright is all about standing firm in your conviction. It also has a lot to do with standing on top of the situation and being seen head and shoulders above the rest. Excuse me while I grab a little bit of water. So there's going to be a decision to be made, which will affect the outcome of that 7 being in either direction, either way. But regardless, many of you, this is going to be work related, okay? Okay, moving forward. On Tuesday, we get the energy of balance, or Libra, coming in to save the day. We've got some support with Libra. So let's see what we've got going on. What is balancing out with Libra's energy on Tuesday for our Cancer here? Ooh. Wow. Are those end or begin? All right. So we have the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse position. We have the Magician in the reverse position. Did it flip? Wow, these guys are just having fun today. Okay, there she is. Okay, 5 of Wands energy. Okie dokie. Okay, so someone's unbunching their undies, in a sense, here, is what I get. You have the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse position, you have the Magician in the reverse position, and you've got the 5 of Wands. So this is where this comes from. There is a potential that whoever it is that you're up against for this potential, for this new role, promotion, what I'm seeing in that is that it has been, in your viewpoint, a little bit one-sided with this other individual. Oh, Sally always gets the attention when it comes to whatever happens at work because she's whiny, or she just, whatever, the squeaky wheel gets the grease. But what's happening here is the universe is saying the Wheel of Fortune is not necessarily going to turn in whoever represents this Magician in the reverse position for you. Okay, so if that's Sally, basically you're letting go of the obstacle and the challenge about what that would be. And even if Sally got the role, why do you give her it? But at the end of the day, what I'm saying is that there's other things that are available to you. That's why I'm being a little bit stuck on that just get over it kind of energy. But this is going to be a lot different than what you think it is with this balance energy that kind of comes in on Tuesday. So the Wheel of Fortune energy, Jupiter that's sitting here, you have the Magician energy, so that's Mercury, definitely, but it also is, it's Virgo energy in the reverse position, so it's possible that the person you're dealing with is a Virgo, but the Magician also is Gemini energy as well. So I'm just putting the signs that are out there, but regardless, whatever is not right with this creator energy, this Magician, is going to be released with this obstacle that seems to be sitting here with that whole scenario, okay? Now, when we get to the energy of Wednesday, when we get to this new moon in Libra and Pluto starts to go direct, we have the 6 of Pentacles. So we have the energy of material and spiritual prosperity being balanced, okay? So we've got 2 balancing cards that are in sequence here, which I think is very, very interesting. So the energies this week are going to be pretty darn cool. So usually the 6 of Pentacles is about you understanding that you have the capacity for what you put out, you receive. But from a financial perspective, what it does mean is that sometimes there's a bonus or something else showing up that you weren't necessarily expecting to have, and it's even more than what you thought. So let's say that Sally, for instance, gets the promotion, but you end up getting a big type of bonus or increase based upon works that you've done. That's just a scenario. That's just what's sticking in my brain. So I just want to share that with you, okay? As one potential. Let's see what we've got here on the Six of Pentacles. Whoa, thank you, universe. Okay, all three. Okay. Yep. I love my job. All right, we have got an influx of angelic energy in here. You guys know that when my nose starts going crazy, then there's just... okay, if you didn't know, now you know. Okay, so pretty much what I was saying here is that we've got the Ten of Pentacles, which is what it is that you feel is at risk. Again, financial bonus, touch points. It also has a lot to do with education for some people as well. Yeah, a lot of learning. What we have going on here is this review. So this Eight of Cups in the reverse position, let's see if I can push it a little further. This Eight of Cups in the reverse position is rewinding yourself a little bit, really kind of considering something else that was going on. There's something with regards to a structure with these Three of Pentacles that would not have been solid for you, I think is what the universe is trying to share with you. Okay. Oh my gosh, you guys, this is getting intense. Okay, hang on. I need to put this on pause for a second. Be right back. Okay, sorry about that. But I wasn't going to have you sitting here watching me go through that whole process. Okay, so let's look at this in whole, okay? Because now more of the story is coming forward. If the universe wants to give you material and spiritual prosperity, they want to give you a gift. What I feel is happening here is, again, they're drawing your attention to this higher level of education. They're giving you this information about this additional detail, this Ten of Pentacles that's showing up here. To me, this is a bonus for sure coming in for somebody. But the reason that it's coming in, and you're going to go back and you're going to start to figure out when this bonus comes in, that in the long run, this partnership or whatever you thought was supposed to happen is not going to be the thing. So that this promotion or whatever that you thought you should be involved with, you'll find out shortly is not the new hotness. It wasn't necessarily the right thing for you at this time, okay? Let's move on into the Five of Pentacles. We are talking about a material change, a financial material change that is coming up here, okay? Financial or material, okay? So, yeah, I mean, and I think it's positive. I really do. I think it's positive in the long run. I really do. But let's go ahead and take this one step at a time. Let's get the details here for the Five of Pentacles that shows up on Thursday. You have the Two of Cups. You have the Hierophant. And you have the Fool. Okay, so you want me to put the Hierophant in reverse. Got it. And you got the Fool in reverse. Okay, it's okay. So what it is that you're finding out, and I'm telling you that you have a lot of spiritual activity that's going to be around you on this particular day. The Two of Cups is the energy of two energies, two people, two types of individuals coming together. It can also be a merger of your higher self wanting to pour more into you. But this does indicate that there's choices that need to be made. Now, we have the Hierophant, which also started to do its little flippity flip sideways, but I'm going to read them in the reverse, okay? And like I said, a lot of this has to do with this choice that needs to get made here on Monday that will secure some of these other things. But the Hierophant that's in the reverse position is indicating that there is a lesson that still needs to be learned. Or it's challenging you on that lesson. It's challenging you on that higher level of education. It's challenging you on that next piece before you get to this graduated situation. It also happens to be, you know, the Pope card. So it could be maybe thought process of a little bit of lack of faith, but it definitely has indications of work involvement, organization, like a physical organization. And with the Fool energy in the reverse position, I mean, we definitely are talking about not having feeling as though you're moving forward in this particular situation. However, how I see this is kind of a blessing from the universe, like protecting you from some stuff that was not gonna be for you, if you will, okay? This would have not been a very good position or decision for you to make with this accepting of these additional responsibilities. I feel that it would have been, or there could have been like a lack of balance in this particular situation. So with them providing you with something else, I think it gets your mind rolling about what other ways you can consider financial and material changes within your world. I think there's a big revelation that comes with that for you on Thursday. On Friday, we have the energy of the firm foundation itself. So we have the Four of Pentacles, okay? You're gonna realize that this was kind of a saver for you in a sense, okay? Let's see what we have going on. For the firm foundation, come on, universe. Firm foundation is the Four of Pentacles, all right? There's an opportunity for you to create here. Realizing what it is that you have, taking pleasure in the achievements that you have already accomplished, okay? Whether it's in your home life, whether it's in your work life. Say, for instance, this isn't about Sally. This could be something to do with improving your home, okay? Yeah, it has a lot to do with this communication, this Eight of Wands, this day. This is about your perception, but we also have this Eight of Wands that shows up here on Monday. Got the King of Wands in the reverse position, so that definitely is work, okay? Working, physical work. I go back to construction as far as doing something in the home. Foundations, literally. You guys know that I call the King of Wands the construction manager, right? Let's see. Yeah, today's the day where you realize that whatever the communication is that is on its way towards you with regards to this work or this project would not have worked out for you in the long run, okay? We have the Eight of Wands, the King of Wands, and the Star card. So the universe is saying you get to create now whatever it is that you want with this additional information that you have been given with the Star card. There's a healing that comes with the Star card. I think you guys know that. But there's also an opportunity for you to put a little bit of extra mojo out into the universe and call in with your manifestation techniques what it is that you would like to experience to support your firm foundation. So it's kind of like you get an opportunity to, and you will have had a chance to have dodged a bullet in a sense. So now you get to work in a different direction. Okay. I find this good information here, because if the universe is giving you a heads up, which is why you watch the channel, then this is exactly what we have going on. I do know that I will clarify a couple of these different cards with the Oracle of the Radiant Sun, because that's what they're telling me. We've got the Five of Rods that show up here. Momentum in overcoming challenges, obstacles and challenges. Now, very often the Five of Rods indicates, on at least the older Rider-Waite imagery, you know, people kind of hitting each other, but no one killing each other. So some people call it practice. Some people call it, you know, preparation. You know, that's just the obstacle that you have to get through. It's like, you know, just kind of getting over that hump, getting over that, you know, that next hurdle. But very often the Five of Rods has a lot to do with this thought process is about should I have, shouldn't I have? I mean, it's that inner self-talk that sometimes can be self-defeating. So you kind of have to watch out for that, because this would be more internal, you doing it to yourself with regards to internal battle more so than anybody else affecting you. Okay, so that's what we have here. Let's see about this obstacles and challenges though for our Cancer. Here we go. I can't take all of these, you guys. They said, yes, you can, and keep them, please. Okie dokie then. All right, we got a story. King of Swords and the High Priestess. So Archangel Michael's protection coming in here with the High Priestess saying, listen, we're trying to share with you some information, this clarity that's coming through. We're trying to protect you from something that you don't know about. That's exactly what the High Priestess is saying. Then we have the energy of Justice saying this Libra energy that's showing up here, this would not have been right for you. this would not have been right for you, the situation. This would have not brought you to the place where you wanted to be in the long term with the Six of Wands energy that is here, okay? And finally, the Emperor is in the reverse position. That's kind of a flat out no. You need to stop worrying about this particular situation because it wasn't for you. That's what they said. Okay, so that's what we got going on here. So we move on to the next day. Okay, so don't beat yourself up about something because the universe is like tossing you a huge protector. We have the universe, or we have the world card saying you've come to the end of a particular cycle, or you're about to be realizing that this is the end of a particular cycle for you. Let's go ahead and see what else the world wants to tell us. Okay, Two of Pentacles, balancing. The World card on top of the World card. Yeah, it's about balancing and appreciating. Is there anything else on this one? Nope, they said I nailed it. You're going to get to a point really, really quickly, though, where you feel the weight like lifted off of you, because this situation would have like made you completely, you would have been just completely catawampus with this situation. So yeah, the world is saying you're at the end of that cycle, but stay in balance because there's something else that they have for you. So that's really kind of the energy of what you've got going on Sunday. Okay. I'm going to tell you, I mean, I really don't know how much deeper you guys want me to go, but there is going to be a lot of swift healing that comes out of that. There really is. You're going to realize how quickly this is maintaining your independence, and you will have an opportunity to realize where you're at with, yeah, at some point you're going to get to that point really, really quickly. Like, ooh, wow, yeah, that would not have been right for me. But just to help firm this up, I'm going to pull out a couple cards from the Oracle of the Radiant Sun Cancer, and then we will go into some of the additional details that we want for each of the different signage here, okay? Okay, yeah. Escape. The Mars and Pisces. So the universe is trying to help you escape and call your awareness. So pay attention to the sign here, okay? That's the progression from this 11 into the 12 that we have going on with this Piscean energy. Interesting. Okay, what else? Control. Let go of the control of the situation. You're trying to control too many different types of things, and the universe is trying to support you right now. So you've got to let go and let Source manage the rest of the details. They're helping you, okay? They're bridging the gap. They're putting a Band-Aid on something that could have been really funky. They got your back on this one. Wow. And then what we have here is the, yeah. This may have been an impulsive type of a situation for you as well. Tossing your hat into the ring, maybe? Was it an impulsive decision for you? Again, we have Mars energy and Aries energy. That is the aggressive, impulsive energy that would have come through. Don't make any impulsive changes based upon this information either, okay? Just don't, because they're going to be able to take care of the situation, and there are other things that are on their way. But here's what we've got. They're helping you to escape this particular situation. You would have been going in a really weird direction. Let go of the control. All right. And then, yeah, don't be impulsive when you receive the different information here, Cancer, either. So I got to tell you, universe is like watching your back a lot. So now that we've gotten through the basic portions of the messaging here, I'm going to go ahead and pull the individual sun, rising, and moon, so that we can add a little bit more detail to this. I would say at the end of the day, this is about gratitude, appreciating yourself for whatever it is that you've already achieved, knowing that there is gold in what those different decisions are. You are definitely being guided from the universe into a specific direction. They're like, you know, creating a path for you. They're protecting you from something, whether it's work, whether it's a project at your specific house, whatever the case may be. Because this one could be broad, but I'm telling you that the universe is stepping in and they're kind of they're creating some space for you. Okay, here we go. This is going to be we're going to do a stack from the astrology cards, the Starseed Oracle, and then also the Earth Magic deck. Okay, so let me just have a minute to get each of the cards out here. So we would like to have Cancer Sun, please. Okay. Let us get the Cancer Rising, please. Almost had it. Woo! Thank you. Okay, which one? Because there's more than one. How do we want to do this? Got it. So you have 2 cards for Rising and 2 cards for the Moon. Perfect. Thank you. Moving forward. I'm going to move this up here so that you can see them a little bit differently. Thank you. Sun, Rising, please. Stop. Okay, this one. Thank you. Moon. Cancer Moon. Got it. Top card or all of them? Top card. Got it. Okay, thank you. They're telling me to tell you to be a reminder that Capricorn comes into play next week. And for those that are really feeling maybe a little bit butthurt before we get into the other messages, Jupiter about control. Okay, so this has a lot to do with the Cancerian change, or excuse me, Cancer. This has a lot to do with Capricorn switching positions next week, okay? And so you're going to find out what that level of control meant for you. They just told me that someone is needing to hear that level of detail. Okay. And this will make more sense to you. Maybe not this week. You may have to go back and rewatch it next week, but this will be impactful for you. Okay, so the Sun sign for Cancer, please, with our Earth Magic deck. Woohoo! Oh, wow. Okay. They've got me spread out here. Yep. And then, yep, got it. Good messages, you guys. Really good messages. Okay. If you are a Cancer Sun, this is the universe trying to share with you that there's more increase that's coming. Okay? Part of your fortune, there's a different level of increase. It's coming in a different way. It's at the 9 position here, which means that you're almost there, which means they're shifting some of the different things that need to happen for you. Okay? They want you to realize that you are perhaps absorbing energy that's not yours, and that you need to be in ownership of your energetic sovereignty. So they're calling this the empathetic starseed. Okay, so work on healing for yourself. Work on releasing all the energies that do not belong to you. Make sure that you're carrying and clearing, carrying the crystals or whatever else that you need for your etheric self, salt baths, those different types of things to help clear your energy, and that your perspective will change. Okay, this is a lot bigger than you at this particular moment. Okay, so this is about the perspective that you want to put on it. Okay, so that's for our Cancer Sun. For our Cancer Rising, you have 2 different cards that showed up. I am not surprised. This is not the first time that these have showed up. So for those of you that are, well, I'll just put it out here. Again, 5 changes, okay? 8th house, the energy of Scorpio. Endings and beginnings, okay? Endings and beginnings. That's what this is about. The other thing is water element, okay? This is about you understanding your senses. This is about you appreciating the details that are coming through for you. You also have the message of learning how to be human in the world and not of it, because you are a starseed, and some of this stuff is like for the big trajectory that it is that we're seeing, being of the world but not in it. So it's like the universe is protecting you from tying you down to something that's not going to allow you to do both series and parts of your work. And this is a big one. A manifestation card within this one is the dream time. It's called creation. There's a couple of different things that you would be aware of, or you need to start being aware of, that it's happening in your sleep. And you need to also know that even though you go to sleep, you guys know that a majority of the work that you do is in the astral plane at night in your dream time. So in your dream time, you are doing multiple layers of different types of work. Start with journaling the different things that are showing up in your dreams for the next few days. I always try to tell people to keep a small journal next to their bed. Some people can't focus to write, so if you can dictate into like an app on your phone, if it happens to be close to your bed, then that might be a good way to do it. Start describing the feeling. If you can't remember all of the words, and also the images. But if you can start with the feeling of it, then later on throughout the day, those images will pop back up for you. Okay, so that's just, interesting fun fact for you. All right, so start to get that rocking and rolling. Those different messages that they're trying to share with you will make a little bit more sense throughout the next course of these days, which is why I think it's important for some of you to come back and take a look at the reading maybe next week. Here's what we've got going on here. The Sun card for our moon cancers, Cancer moons. We've got spirit that is definitely involved in this particular situation. We definitely are feeling the energy of that force that was coming from Mars. Okay. Mars is also the energy of 5, again, forcing things to be, shoved up to the surface a little bit. We have the Messenger card. This is energy from Syria, so some of you will acknowledge that you have Syrian starseed roots. But what this situation is ultimately doing, and what you are ultimately doing, is being able to be the messenger, bringing in balance. Okay? This is a beautiful card. Okay, bringing harmony and balance into the situation. This would not have been a harmonious situation or balanced for you. You are at basically the completion of the cycle, almost at the completion of the cycle. Okay, maybe you asked for something during full moon. Maybe you did, maybe you didn't. I would definitely use this new moon to respectfully show gratitude towards all of the things that you have currently, to maintain that level of awareness, your attitude of gratitude, thanking the universe for all the different things that you have, and then releasing you from all those things that do not serve you. And you need to know that you have a lot of ancestors that are on your side here, supporting what's going on here. And the work that is coming on for you, the things that are coming up for you, is going to be supportive of generations to come. The healing portion, especially for women with this divine feminine that's going on here, has a lot to do with, if you didn't realize it, you healing yourself. Divine feminine, well, ladies, we want you to be involved in this, but there's also every man that's out there with the divine feminine that's within him. The divine feminine clears the ancestral challenges 7 lines back, and you're creating the space 7 lines forward, if you didn't know that. So if you didn't know, now you know. Okay, so Cancer, this is actually, I'm super excited about this. You are going to be experiencing more of this information, and I think you're going to find what that balance is when you get closer towards the weekend. But at the end of the day, this is really good. There's a lot of warning signs. Do the work. Expect those different miracles to show up, and pay attention to the signs that you are currently receiving. This is a lot to do with communication, and this has a lot to do with your healing. Okay, so we're going to take a look at the crystals for this unconditional love that you need to have for this creative pattern that you get to be in now. You get to create the next pieces. So let's take a look at that. Here it is. Here's my little booklet. It's going to be heart chakra, so we're going to be talking about rose quartz. We're going to be talking about maybe some manganocalcite, maybe some rhodochrosite to help you. We're also going to be talking about, kunzite. Nailed it. Rose quartz, rhodochrosite, kunzite for sure. And if you happen to have the shape of this octahedron, okay, then that will help you to meditate with it. Of course, wearing the color green or wearing the color pink will help you get past any of those different energies that have showed up here. But if you want to invoke a mantra this particular week, then this is what you would say. I open my heart to allow love of self and others. I open my heart to allow love of self and others. I open my heart to allow love of self and others. And so be it. You got to be able to love yourself through this change, because you're going to go from, you're going to do like a little roller coaster this week. And so you have to be able to love yourself. And then make sure that you're invoking the I am, the I am portion of who you are, and allowing those energies to come through. So, Cancer, hopefully you were able to take away some really good learnings from this particular reading. If you resonated with any of this, please make sure that you give it a like. It helps the YouTube spread the algorithm out to other people that might also want to take advantage of this message. You can also share this out directly. You feel free to comment below if you have any comments. If you look in the description box underneath that, you will be able to get the contact information for myself. And if you're interested in a booking, then you'll find the links to how to book in with me on my website. If you didn't resonate with everything that was in this particular reading, that's totally fine. Make sure that you're looking at your sun sign, your moon sign, your rising sign, and your north node. That's going to be very, very important for the next steps in your universal trajectory. Okay, so that is what I have for you guys. Thank you so much for tuning back in and sticking with it towards the end. Many, many, many blessings, and we will talk to you next week. Bye for now.